Manchester United marched into the 2025-26 season with high hopes, but those dreams were quickly clouded by a familiar worry: the goalkeeping position. André Onana's string of costly mistakes, coupled with Altay Bayındır's failure to convince, left United searching for answers. Out of nowhere, one name began to surface as an unlikely solution: Senne Lammens. Lammens is no safe bet in the mold of Emiliano Martinez or Gianluigi Donnarumma. And yet, United's hierarchy believe he carries the raw qualities to one day become a world-class goalkeeper. The big question is, why would United gamble on a shot stopper who has just a single full season in Belgium's top flight, zero experience in European competition, and still, somehow, convince them to place their trust in him? How good does he really have to be to justify that faith? Raised through the academy at Club Brugge, Lammens' true break came only after joining Royal Antwerp. There, he seized the #1 shirt almost instantly, stacking up standout performances that quickly turned heads across the continent. In just a year, he grew into one of the most talked-about young goalkeepers in Europe, smashing expected goals metrics to the point where analysts had to double-check the data. And his transfer to Manchester United? It had all the drama of a deadline day thriller. On the morning of the move, Lammens was still at Antwerp's Boswell Stadion, packing up his belongings. A few hours later, he was on a flight to Manchester, walking into Carrington by midday for his medical. By the evening, United had sealed the deal: £18 million plus £3 million in add-ons. Standing 1.93 meters tall, with a huge wingspan and a commanding frame, Lammens looks every inch the modern goalkeeper. He dominates his box with authority, charging out to cut crosses or narrowing angles when strikers break through. His presence alone has already given United's defense a sense of reassurance in set-piece situations, something the team has been crying out for ever since David De Gea left Old Trafford. Another standout trait is his ability with the ball at his feet. Naturally right-footed, Lammens is surprisingly comfortable on both sides, rarely panicking even when pressed. He regularly links up with his center-backs through short passes to beat the press in tight spaces, a vital skill in Ruben Amorim's possession-based philosophy, where the goalkeeper is expected to be the first spark of an attack, not just the last line of defense. But his distribution goes far beyond safe short passes. Lammens has the vision and technique to launch pinpoint long balls over the top, springing counterattacks in an instant. He can also hurl the ball with pace and precision to kickstart fast breaks. That versatility makes him a tactical upgrade on Onana, who at times was guilty of overplaying short passes and leaving himself vulnerable to costly errors. And while his frame and footwork give him the profile of a modern goalkeeper, it's Lammens' reflexes and shot-stopping that truly won over Manchester United. According to The Athletic, he posted a PSXG of plus 14.5 last season, meaning he prevented more than 12 goals beyond expectation, ranking among the very best in Europe in 2024-25. The Independent went further, highlighting that Lammens faced a total of 45 expected goals against, but conceded just 32, effectively denying 13 goals that should have gone in. Across the campaign, he pulled off 127 saves with a staggering 81.4% save rate, the highest in Belgium's top division. To sustain that level of efficiency at just 23 years old is nothing short of remarkable. What makes him so effective? Balance, composure, and split-second decision-making. Time and again, Lammens has rescued his team by using his legs to block shots at close range, evoking memories of David De Gea at his peak in Manchester. Another signature trait is his ability to spread his body wide, drop low, and close off angles in one-on-one situations. It's a skill that forces strikers into rushed or inaccurate finishes, and one that makes Lammens such a formidable presence between the posts. One of the biggest selling points behind Manchester United's move for Lammens is his penalty-saving brilliance. According to The Athletic, he stopped 5 of 7 spot kicks he faced last season. Meanwhile, The Independent highlighted that in the Belgian Pro League alone, he faced 6 penalties and saved 4, the best ratio anywhere in Europe. His quick reflexes, decisive movement, and sharp reading of opponents give him the edge. By combining lightning reactions with balance and fluid body positioning, he narrows the target and maximizes his chances of coming out on top. That unique skill makes Lammens a genuine weapon in penalty shootouts. Calm yet fearless, he offers United a vital psychological advantage in high-stakes moments, the kind of edge that can swing knockout ties or cup finals. In Lammens, United don't just gain a safer pair of hands, they gain a tactical trump card when it matters most. Aerial dominance is another box he ticks. During the 2024-25 campaign, he claimed more high balls than any other goalkeeper in Belgium. 44 catches in total. It's a number that speaks volumes about his confidence and his ability to read danger before it fully develops. Lammens' style is proactive, almost reminiscent of Emiliano Martinez at Aston Villa. He's not the kind of goalkeeper who simply waits on his line. Instead, he often surges out of his box, cuts out long passes, or attacks crosses before strikers can pounce. That presence gives United's defense a sense of security, especially on set pieces, where center-backs no longer feel they have to fight every aerial duel on their own. It's the kind of advantage United have lacked for years, even during the De Gea era, when the Spaniard's shot-stopping was world-class, but his command of the air remained a question mark in the Premier League. Yet that proactive style comes with its own risks. At times, Lammens can be a little too eager, charging out without fully judging the ball's flight, leaving dangerous gaps for opponents to exploit. Mistiming those moments can drag him out of position and put the entire defense under threat. Still, his blend of size, aerial strength, and command of the box is a huge asset. With better timing and a touch more composure, he has every chance of becoming a reliable presence and a key figure for United in set-piece battles and high-pressure situations. But even with all those standout qualities, Lammens' signing is not without risk for Manchester United. The Belgian has just one full season of top-flight football under his belt, meaning his experience at the very highest level is still thin. He has never played in European club competitions, nor has he been tested much in international football. Adjusting to the intensity and relentless scrutiny of the Premier League will be a genuine challenge. There have already been glimpses of his raw edges. One clear example came in the 2023 Champions League clash between Antwerp and Porto. Under pressure from Mehdi Taremi, Lammens mished a clearance dangerously close to goal, nearly gifting Porto a strike. Moments like that highlight the gap between his technical ability, which is unquestionable, and his decision-making under fire, something that will be tested ruthlessly in England. His aggressive approach to commanding the air also has a flip side. It can pull him too far off his line, leaving space for quick, powerful Premier League forwards to exploit. That's why, despite his long-term potential, the short-term risks are very real. United must strike the right balance, giving him opportunities to grow while ensuring stability at the back, until Lammens finds his rhythm and adapts fully to the unforgiving tempo of English football. When Senne Lammens first arrived at Manchester United, he was penciled in as nothing more than a backup, a stopgap for the periods André Onana would be away, most notably during the Africa Cup of Nations in December. But Old Trafford had other plans. A string of mistakes from both Onana and Altay Bayındır suddenly cracked the door open, giving Lammens the chance to fight for the #1 shirt far earlier than anyone expected. Lammens is not the kind of instant superstar who dazzles from day one. Instead, he represents a gamble, a bold investment United were willing to make in the middle of a goalkeeping crisis. By choosing him, the club deliberately turned away from the safer, proven options, the likes of Emiliano Martinez or Gianluigi Donnarumma, and took a risk on potential over-reputation. Of course, the risk is still very real, but Lammens' arrival has breathed fresh air into United's goalkeeping department. He has sparked healthy competition and opened the door to long-term growth. With the right guidance and the ability to quickly adapt to the unforgiving pace of the Premier League, he has every chance of becoming a cornerstone at Old Trafford, perhaps even rising to the level of Europe's elite goalkeepers. Blending standout data with undeniable potential, Lammens looks less like a short-term fix and more like a long-term solution, a goalkeeper who could define the future of Manchester United's last line of defense.